Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. As you can see, today's video is our moving vlog. There was a lot that was going on. Moving was just crazy. We underestimated just how much it would take to move over everything from our previous home. I think all of this was due because this was only our second time moving, and the first time around we only had about 500 square feet worth of items and things to move over, so not a lot of furniture, not a lot of things. But this time around, with two little ones and just more items that we have accumulated over the past 7 years that my husband and I have been married, this was a lot. And it also didn't help that we decided to start moving when the rest of the people that could actually help us with the moving process were off at work and not available. The only person that was able to lend us a helping hand at the time was my brother-in-law, so you guys will see him in here popping in and out. So needless to say, all three of us got a lot of exercise in by lifting and just moving things all over the place. So I guess that's one good thing about it having just been us three. You guys can see here it was already 11:08 at night, so it was close to midnight, and I was barely getting to wiping down the fridge. And the only reason I did not wipe it down before we even moved it into this house was because I know refrigerators tend to be very fragile and finicky to move, so I was skeptical about moving it over, bringing it all nice and clean from our old home, only to plug it up and have it not work. So I wanted to make sure it was gonna work for us. Again, this refrigerator is almost 7 years old now because it's been with us ever since our first place. So I was very iffy about that, but thankfully everything worked just fine. We were able to plug it up and it worked perfectly. So for the time being, we will not be having to replace our refrigerator, so we saved ourselves some good bucks, because I don't know what it is, but refrigerators and appliances in general are really expensive, so hence why we didn't even choose a new one to begin with, and we're just gonna ride this one out until it gives up on us, which hopefully won't be anytime soon. But yeah, I'm just taking Mrs. Meyer's multi-purpose spray and wiping down all of the shelves and sides of the refrigerator, just wiping every single crevice that I can get into, making sure it is nice and clean before I put any other food back inside of it.
I get so caught up in the middle, thinking of drowning in those blue eyes. I'm losing sight 'cause I am falling. I'm so deep down, and it's not a lie that I die. I can't hide what this is. Yeah, I keep drowning in those blue eyes, and you can tell me all of your lies. I will put out all of the fire if it gets too dark. I'll be your light. Be your light. I'll be your light. If it gets too dark, I'll be your light. Be your light.
This is what the refrigerator ended up looking like. It is so clean, you guys. It looks just like it did when it was new. I wish I could keep it like this forever, but we know that's not going to be the case. It's inevitable. It'll get dirty again. But for now, we will enjoy it. And now moving on into the freezer section, I will be doing the exact same thing, taking my Mrs. Meyer's multi-purpose spray and just spraying it all over the place, wiping every single shelf down, all the sides pieces on the door, and making everything clean before again moving all the food back inside of it. Now that both the freezer side and the refrigerator side are all nice and clean, I am going into the coolers, taking out all of the food that we have moved over and wiping them down to put back inside of the refrigerator. I hadn't had a chance to clean the organizational bins that I used to organize all of the food items inside of the refrigerator, but I'm doing the best I can with what I've got. And in the future, hopefully I can get a hold of more organizational bins and have this fridge completely organized. That would make me so happy, but that's going to be a work in progress because we're not there yet, but hopefully one day. I mean, one day you're young and then the next we're all excited about getting the refrigerator clean and organized. So if you're anything like me, go ahead and give this video a like if you agree with that statement.
Every season lives outside of status quo. If we stop believing we're meant to be, expanding our abilities. If the passion's gone, we are doing it wrong, baby.
It is the next morning now, and the internet guy was actually at our house trying to set up our internet, and while he was doing that, my husband and I were trying to make a dent in all the items we had stocked up over in the garage. So we're simply trying to roughly place them inside the house in the area that they will be going in. In hindsight, I wish I would have left everything over in the garage and just given this house a nice deep cleaning before we moved anything inside, because as you guys will see later on in the video, these floors were absolutely disgusting. Even though this is a new construction, you guys would think everything's going to be nice, everything's going to be clean and perfect. That was absolutely not the case. And because these floors are gray, they did a very good job at masking all of that dust. I did not realize just how bad the floors were until I went to mop, and then the mop cloth was black, full of dust and dirt. Also, the fact that we were wearing shoes while bringing everything in and people had been walking around the house with their shoes on, I'm sure that had a lot to do with it. And that is a huge reason as to why I don't even like shoes inside the house. Not only does it protect the floors and makes them last longer, but most importantly, it leaves all that dirt and nastiness outside where it belongs, not inside the house, especially with little children.
I got this picture in my closet. It's gathering dust right now, and the edges have been folded once or twice. It doesn't look the same no more, 'cause the sun has made it pale. I used to have it hanging on my wall some time ago. A picture of you. You're standing by that window, playing your guitar. And if I close my eyes, I can almost hear your song. A picture of you. A picture of you.
Once I finished wiping down the cabinets and the drawers, I went ahead and started opening boxes. So this one here is all of our baking supplies and just baking sheets and pans of all that sort. So I'm going to be using some wire rack organizers that I had bought a while ago and never got around to using them, but now I'm able to fit both of these side by side, and they work just perfectly for lining up all of the baking sheets to where I can easily spot everything I have and reach for it when I need it.
I could talk to you for hours.
And now moving on to the floors, the much dreaded task. I started off by vacuuming all of the floors to pick up any loose dirt. And then once I was done vacuuming, I went and grabbed my spin mop and try to catch as much dust that was left behind with that. And let me tell you, it was very much a workout because the arm strength you had to use to actually drag the spin mop across these floors, it's much more than what I had to do in our previous home where we had more of a glossy, if you will, porcelain tile. This one's a little bit rougher, so it requires much more force. And then all that dirt just added to that extra force that you had to use. So I got a very good workout out of this. And as you can see here, I am going in with my steam mop to kill off any other germs or anything left behind. And this rag was absolutely new. As you guys saw, it was pure white. And after the first cleaning of the floor, it was black. I had to go back and mop the floor about 2 or 3 other times until I got a clean cloth. I kept exchanging them out and I wasn't satisfied until it didn't look black at all. And just excuse my bright pink socks. It was all a method. You guys saw the first time around I had shoes on, and then I went removing layers, I guess you can say, as I was doing the different cleaning phases of the floor. I took my sandals off, then I removed my socks until I was down to my bare feet once the floor was cleaned. So I don't know, that was just my method of doing it, and it worked. That way, once the shoes were out of here, they're out of here for good, and no more shoes inside of this house.
I look at you, you make me blind. Why do you have to be so beautiful all the time? I know I can't be with you. It's killing me to see you with someone else. What to do? Now I'm in the corner.
A couple of hours later, after all the floor was cleaned up and there was no more dirt in sight, I was able to go into the master bathroom, and then I started by cleaning down all of the glass shades over the light bulbs and the light bulbs themselves, because even though they had done a cleaning of the house before they gave us the keys and all of that, they did not do too good of a job because I could still see smears on the glass. So I just wanted to go ahead and give them a good cleaning myself.
I want to be daring, baby, dance the night away. I let my head down if I want. Don't you just get tired chasing fame and being pretty all the time? Doesn't sound like fun. You can do better. Let me show you what a good time looks like. You can do better, so much better. I don't fit into your box, beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better, I dare you to be wilder. I don't fit into your box, beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better, I dare you to be wilder. I want to be silly, baby, dance the night away. I'll kick my shoes off if I want.
After the light fixtures were all cleaned up, I moved down to cleaning the mirror down, and I did not have any Windex on hand, or at least I couldn't find it at that moment. So I just went ahead and used regular water. It has worked previously for me, but I don't know if it was the size of this mirror or what it was, but no matter how much I rubbed it down and wiped it, there was still some streakiness left behind. So I definitely have to come back and wipe it down. I know it's hard to tell on camera. You guys are probably like, why are you cleaning a perfectly clean mirror? But I promise there was streakiness on it, and it just wasn't as clean as it appears to pick up on camera.
I dare you to be wilder. You can. Baby, let your head down, be a little wilder. Baby, kick your shoes off. You don't have to hide it. Baby, let your head down, be a little wilder. Baby, kick your shoes off, don't hide it. I don't fit into your box, beauty queens without no flaws.
I worked my way down, and now it's time to clean the floors in the master closet and bathroom. You guys can tell there's a different tile in here, so it was much easier to clean. It didn't hold as much dirt and dust as the rest of the house, I guess because this has more of a glossier finish, so it was less of a workout than the rest of the house.
You can do better, I dare you to be wilder. I don't fit into your box, beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better, I dare you to be wilder.
This is now the 3rd or 4th day, I believe, after having moved in, and it was actually my first time home with the 2 kids and Jose being back at work. So my goal was just to try and make as big of a dent as I could in the boxes that we still had left, which were still quite a bit actually. So I just took any chance I had when the kids were down for a nap or they were busy doing independent play to unpack and organize as much as I could.
I'm your armor when things get tough. No, I got your back. Your battles are mine too. I'll fight for you when things get hard. Lay it all on me when you're not strong enough to carry on. Baby, you should know I got you.
This here is a very rough looking pantry. I tried to somewhat organize it with what I already owned, but for the most part I just wanted to get everything that belonged in the pantry inside of the pantry. Wasn't too focused on organizing and making anything look pretty for now, but definitely in the future I do plan on doing a full pantry organizational video. So if you guys are new here and you're interested in that, go ahead and click that red subscribe button so you don't miss out once that video is up on my channel.
No, I got your back. Your battles are mine too. I'll fight for you when things get hard. Lay it all on me when you're not strong enough to carry on. Baby, you should know I got you.
Now to share with you guys my dishwasher fail. If you watched my empty house tour, you guys know that this is the very first time in my entire life, I am 26 years old, that I ever even touch a dishwasher, much less know how to use it. So you guys will see me looking very confused and dumbfounded by all of this, which I'm a little embarrassed to be honest, because I consider myself to be a pretty smart individual, and the fact that I didn't even think about looking for a manual or looking it up on YouTube or anything at that particular moment until my husband pointed it out. I don't know what was wrong with me. It wasn't until then that I actually was able to get it up and running. So I hope you guys enjoy watching me fail epically the first time using our dishwasher. Can you guys tell I have no clue how to even use the dishwasher? This says dishwasher safe, but I don't know if I'm doing this right. You guys let me know. It's my very first time using one. And I'm going to use this dishwashing sample Finish Quantum. I think this one's good. Never used it before again, so let's see how this goes. Apparently, I am supposed to only use it in the top rack of the dishwasher. So I probably will have to run 2 loads. How does this even work? This doesn't fit in the top one. Or does it? You guys, I'm clueless. hoping for the best. So, I put this down there, right? Let's put it. Oh, I hope I don't mess this up. Do I need to use the other one too or no? Fill it up, it says 23 I don't know how to use this. I finally loaded the dishes, but now I have to figure out how to turn this on and what setting to put it on. There's a red light, does that mean it's on? So it is on. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me fail at this dishwasher thing, but it was a real life moment, and that is going to be all for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe if you are new, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye guys.